right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here, or you've been here before but have not subscribed yet, now is the time. I believe I just need one more sub to reach 9,000. I mean, it may have happened already as I started recording this. We're at 8,999. Come on. Who's going to be the 9,000th? All right. I hope it's one of you watching it right now. And I hope we just keep going. We get to 10,000. Want to grow this channel. This is the place for the best Knicks recaps and the best news, analysis, whatever you need, whatever you crave about the New York Knicks. This is the place to come. There are so many big things in store happening for this team. Here's where you want to be, because here is where the fans come. I am a fan through and through. Like, that's why I did this. And I did it because I really wanted to change the narrative that was out there about 4 years ago. And many other channels have started as well, and I think we've done a great job. The Knicks community, the Knicks social media community has done a great job of changing the narrative, and so has Leon Rose. Leon Rose has put together a starting unit that currently is the third best offense in the NBA, behind only the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. Two of the teams that we lost to. The Celtics spanked our asses, but the Cavs, we had them. We took our eye off the prize and gave the game away. I cannot wait until this team, this New York Knicks team, who will also be getting back some more pieces, like Precious Achiuwa. Deuce missed another game tonight. Mitch, yeah, I can't wait to see what this team is going to look like, because right now we're starting to get glimpses, and those glimpses are truly eye-opening. Just look at that score, 134-106, and honestly, the game wasn't even that close. Thibs actually went with an entire all-bench five-some at one point in that fourth quarter. I can't even remember the last time that Thibs did that in a win, because you know how paranoid he is about about games. No lead is safe in the NBA, and I'm with him now on that. At this point, we've seen it. Somebody, a team can catch fire, hit 5, 6 3-pointers in a row, and suddenly things are very different. And then your team starts tightening up, and that momentum can shift, and it just sours what was some great momentum. So he did, at one point in that fourth quarter, the lead did tumble down to like around to 20. Maybe it was from 30 plus to 20. And then he brought back OG and Josh Hart. I think Mikal Bridges was out there for a little bit, but he was kind of rotating them out. Finally, that unit, without Jalen Brunson, didn't play in the fourth quarter, and I don't think Cat played in the fourth quarter. And finally, that unit was able to get the lead back up to 30, and then it was just the bench came back in again. So, and guys like Dottier got some nice time. Kolek got some time. Cameron Payne, nice game for him. Let's see. Yeah, Cat did not play at all in the fourth quarter, either the Jalen Brunson. So our top two are most likely all-stars, and I'm going to I'm starting to hype up OG Anunoby as a third all-star on this team. Knicks are going to have to rack up a lot more wins for that to happen. But right now, the way he's playing, I am thoroughly, thoroughly impressed. Also, the things he does on the defensive end just cannot be taken. I mean, it's hard to overlook them. They're just outstanding, the way he plays defense. But we're going to get to all that. I got the highlights for you guys. Let's get going. Here we go. Let's look at here. 134-106. And at one time, I think the largest lead was 35. Largest lead, 34. Only 3 times was this game tied, and only one lead change. So early on, it was a little back and forth. Once the Knicks took the lead, about 40% of the way through that first quarter, it was smooth sailing from then on. I mean, they built up some really impressive leads, and they did it by one key thing: ball movement and sharing the ball, cutting, It was outstanding. Tonight was, and I have some graphics here to talk about that. Actually, let's just jump to it because we're talking about it here. This was from last night's game. It was an on-air graphic that MSG had up there, and it said sharing is caring, Clyde's famous term there. Knicks are averaging 26.3 assists per game, which is 11th in the NBA. That was last night. 6 games with 30-plus assists. Last season, they averaged 24.4, which was 29th, the second worst in the NBA. And they only had 10 total games with 30 assists or more. The whole season, last season. Tonight was the 7th game. That's right. Tonight was the 7th time. If you need an early indicator this Knicks offense can be special, just look at the assists. New York Knicks already have 20 dimes in one half versus the Wiz. All last season, New York only had 10 games with 30-plus assists. In their first 13 games this season, they've done it 6 times. Tonight will be the 7th. I tweeted that at halftime. I was so convinced that they were going to do it, and they did it. They blew it away. They actually got a season high 37 assists today. That's the key, because when everyone gets to be able to be a part of the offense, it just elevates everyone's game. Even the guys like Cat and and Brunson, who are going to get their points no matter what. But when they are sharing the ball, it just electrifies everybody else. And it just creates this chemistry, which is something that it's hard to measure. And we're starting to see it on this offensive end. It is truly outstanding what these Knicks are doing right now. Look, I mean, let's just go right to this. Let's go right to this here. This is right here. These are from NBA stats. Advanced stats, offensive rating, the top 3 teams right there. Cleveland Cavaliers. Let me see if I can zoom in here. I can zoom in. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Cleveland, number 1. Did that work? No. All right, I zoomed in too far. But Cleveland, number 1 with a 122 offensive rating. Celtics, number 2 with a 121.4. And Knicks are right there, a 121.1. The Knicks are only 1 point away from being the number 1 offensive rating team in the NBA. Now, the defense has been an issue, has been a concern. They've held opponents to under 100 points several times, but they've also been blown out a couple times. So their defense right now is ranked 21st, 115.3. I have no doubt that that's going to continue to improve. In fact, if you remove that the first game of the season, if you remove the Celtics game, so let's see, the last 13 games, the Knicks defensive rating jumps, they go from 24th to 17th. Right there. And the net rating, they're 6th in the NBA in net rating. 6th without that first game. But even if you count that horrible game against the Boston Celtics, the Knicks are 7th in net rating in the entire NBA of 5.8. But you cannot be a serious contender until you have at least a top 10 rated defense, along with a top 10 rated offense. It just doesn't happen. I think once there was one team, like maybe 10 years ago or something, that was able to do it. I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but it's just a given. But this is a Tom Thibodeau team, guys. We know what Tom Thibodeau does. He's the defensive maestro. So he will figure out a way, and it's starting to happen. I will say, the Wizards, they're young, they're active. This easily could have been a game where the Knicks, after playing last night against the Nets, and Towns, nursing that. Oh, actually, he fell on his back last night. Remember, he had the knee issue, and we're missing Deuce. This could have been one of those games. I know last season, or the season before, or the season before that, we might have lost this game, and it would have been just devastating for us. It would have been so difficult for us to deal with it, and it would have been a bad sign. It would have been a bad sign. Not that winning this game means that much in terms of how good the team is, but by taking care of business the way they did, it shows that this is a serious team. a team that knows what they know how to take care of an opponent that isn't up to speed right now, up to snuff. This team right now is beginning to develop the killer instinct, is really what I'm trying to say. And it was Jalen Brunson who led the way. Let's get back to this. Yeah, Jalen Brunson led the way. He had 26 points, 11 assists, 5 3-pointers made, which is great because he's been struggling from the 3-point line this season. He is shooting, Brunson's only shooting 37.3% from the 3-point line. For him, that's low. But check this out. Tonight, how many turnovers did he have? 0. 0 turnovers. And the Knicks only had 8 turnovers for the team. Last night, it was in one stat line, it was 6, and the other stat line, it was 8. But either way, 6 or 8 is tremendous. To repeat that again tonight, that means they are starting to feel more connected. They're starting to understand where each other are on the court and when is the right moment to cut. And and this is only the beginning, and they're already just 1 point away from being the number 1 rated offense in the NBA. And we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are, what are they, 15-0? What are they? 15-0. That's insane. And we're talking about the Celtics, the current champions. The Warriors are right up there. They're 10-2. They're leading the West. This is a very exciting time for the New York Knicks. Now, the New York Knicks, our record is a humble 8-6, but you know, it takes a little time when you basically change over 40% of your starting unit, and you have a depleted bench, and you have to lean heavily on those starters. And the starters' minutes, it is a concern. Let me tell you, it is a concern, especially now we're heading out on a 5-game road trip West Coast, beginning with the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday. I really hope that Thibs starts really looking at other players for those to at least eat up some minutes, man, because the Knicks have lost too many games late in the fourth quarter. 3 of them from my count. So, I mean, right there, if they had just won 2 out of those 3, the Knicks would be 10-5 right now. That would be a very different story. So, there's a lot happening. There's a lot of dimensions to this thing. But this guy getting right tonight was essential. Not that I had any concern. I know I've been seeing out there, in social media and articles and stuff, and people discussing it on the other podcasts, that maybe Jalen Brunson had been figured out by the NBA. It's impossible. This is all him. I believe, that he still was nursing. He had the hand injury. He's just not quite there yet, but he's starting to. Tonight was a great sign that he is going to figure this thing out. And I really have no problem. I have no concerns whatsoever. He's going to be that 28-point-a-night guy. And Cat is already averaging like 25, 26 or something. Lately, I think in the past 10 games, he's averaging 30 points a game, I think, is what Cat is averaging. So this is good stuff, guys. This is very good stuff. Speaking of Cat, right here, 24 points in just 25 minutes. 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, and another double-double with 12 rebounds for him. Excellent. And I already showed you guys this and this. Jericho Sims. I feel, after calling him out, that I need to shout him out as well. He had an excellent game for himself today. The most active I've seen him. The most hungry and aggressive to score that I've seen him. He picked up 7 rebounds. He was 3 of 4. He got a block. He was a plus 13 tonight. And it's in very important minutes. So this guy, I think a fire has been lit under him by Ariel Hukporti. And that's what you want. You want your competition to come from your roster. And that's what's happening here, and I'm loving it, because even though I do believe that eventually Ariel Hukporti will probably eclipse him, it's great to see that he's not going to just hand it over. He's going to fight for it, and I want to see that, because then that's going to make Hukporti even play harder and better. Great situation to be in. And speaking of a rookie right now, this guy, we were just talking about Ariel Hukporti, but this guy, Pacome Dadier, I'm telling you, he is. I think he's going to be the real deal. I said it in the previous recap. I think the Knicks got a steal here. I tweeted out or threaded out, whatever it's called. I'm applying for my visa to Dadier Island tonight. Pacome is already 2 for 2 from behind the arc in just 4 minutes of play. Knicks lead the Wiz 50-29. That was in the second quarter with 9:17 left. That's how much Thibs is trusting him. He got in on the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter, and left him in for about 5 minutes. Delivered. He finished the night shooting 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Again, I believe, did he get another block? I believe he did get a block. Because he got that great block yesterday. That was outstanding. No blocks, but he did pick up 2 assists for Dadier and 3 rebounds in his 17 minutes of play. 9 points. He finished with 9 points. This guy's a true find. Here we go. Here it is. 9 points, 3 of 6, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for him. Thank you to New York Basketball. All right, let's get to the highlights. Here we go. So here you can see the Wizards even had a lead. Oh, look at how difficult that shot was. He got. Brunson turned to the refs after that, and I think he counted out 3 or 4 times that he got fouled on that possession alone. They didn't call it. That is an issue. The refs got to get it together and start treating Brunson like the superstar that he is. Here we go. The Knicks are clinging on to a little 3-point lead. And once again, Brunson just dishing. 11 assists for Jalen Brunson tonight. He is truly, let me see, what's his assists for the year? Right now, he's averaging 7.1 assists. What's this player? Oh, Corey Kispert with a rodent that's growing up on his lip. That mustache, it doesn't look right to me. Very, very porn star stash right there. But hey, he's having fun with it. The Knicks shot 50% from the three-point line tonight. They put up 40 three-point attempts, connected on 20 of them. 40. Love it. And they shot 56% overall. So, the New York Knicks shot 30. Oh, wow. They only missed 40 field goal attempts the whole game. Only missed 40. Damn. Here's Campaign. He had an excellent game himself. 6 of 9, 5 of 6 from the three-point line, 7 assists for him, and 17 points. And he was a plus 19 in his 22 minutes of play. Ooh. The Wizards, we as Knicks fans have been there with what the Wizards are doing now. Though they have a decent talent pool, they just their roster is just off. It just doesn't have the right pieces together. But guys like Corey Kispert can play. This guy Sarr is showing something. I think defensively he's definitely going to be an impact player in the NBA. Though Cat just made him look foolish. Cat is, I know we chant MVP for Brunson when he's on the free throw line, but Cat may be the one that ends up getting the most MVP votes. Look at that, just right down the lane, dunks, gorgeous. By the time it's all said and done. But however, the real MVP of this young season so far is got to be OG Anunoby. That man is giving us everything on both sides of the court. He is currently averaging 17.4 points per game on 50% shooting, 36.7% from the three-point line, and 80% from the free throw line. 5.4 assists, rebounds, 2.2 assists, only 1 turnover a game, and he's averaging 1.4 assists, which has to be up there. Top 10, 15, maybe 20 in the NBA in steals. And he's a 5.6 in plus minus. That is outstanding. Here we go. Look at this. See that? Look at even Sims with a floater. But look at the ball movement. There was at least 3 or 4 passes right there. OG trying to get oops. Oh well. Hey. Everyone has an embarrassing moment at some point. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. The man is a beast. But they're beginning to develop that chemistry. Brunson and Cat. there it is. Just sweet. Just swishes. No problem. The Knicks are now up by 24 here. This is in the third quarter. OG misses that, but Cat right there to clean it all up. OG touched his foot. I don't know what the deal was there, but he ended up playing for the rest of the game. Look at this beautiful behind the neck type pass to OG. But the cutting, that's the kind of stuff we just didn't see that much of that last season. Let's just be honest, guys. We didn't see very well executed passing like that last season. In fact, I kept saying we're not a really good passing team. That's completely changed now. Even OG's making some nice passes. Brunson's passes has elevated. He's made a leap from last season in terms of his passes and accuracy. Sometimes they're a little, because he's a smaller guy and he gets into traffic. Sometimes the passes are a little bit far out of the comfort zone of the other players, but at least he's getting the ball out there. And he's finding guys at the right moments. And now he's starting to hit that three-point shot. Love that right there. If you hear a cat, because there's a cat trying to get in this room. Look at that. Another. Sweet. Just off the dribble. Gorgeous. All right. The game's over right here. 30 points. There you go. Corner three. Boom. You just saw 3 Jalen Brunson three-pointers in a row, basically. Is this going to be a fourth one? Is this going to be a fourth one? No. Look at that. See that whip pass right there to Sims? That's what I'm talking about. I don't believe we saw that much. Even that one, that wasn't necessarily that, crazy or whatever, but I love the commitment that he's showing to the pass. Because at one time I was starting to worry. I was like, is this guy just going to be, I hate to say it, but like, Julius Randle Jr., just dribble, just try to get his own. No, he's really embraced the role of a point guard. He understands he has to set the tone for the offense, and he's doing it. That was a nice little step back right there. I don't know who shot that. Campaign, I got to say, he's been a really good pickup for us. And I thought Kolek was going to eventually eclipse him. But you know what? Kansas' defense is questionable, so you never know. It's a long season. Guys can get cold really quickly. But right now, he is giving us everything we need off that bench, especially with someone. Oh, look at that. Nice little inbound pass. And Bridges, tremendous game for Mikal Bridges today. Even though the stat line isn't going to be that sexy. What did he have? He had 14 points, right? He missed all 4 of his 3-point attempts. But inside the arc, he was 7 of 10. And he picked up 3 rebounds, 5 assists for Mikal Bridges. And he was a game high plus 32 in the plus minus. So while Mikal Bridges played, the Knicks destroyed the Wizards by 32 points. And he played almost 35 minutes. So he basically was the game. Look at that. Josh Hart, I haven't even talked much about him, but he was 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. He finished also with 14 points. No near triple-double tonight for him, like he had in the past couple games. This gets pretty end. Oh, we got back to the beginning. All right. You can see here, 14 points for him. But let me show you the plus minus. Look at that. Plus 32 for Mikal Bridges. Plus 22 for OG. Plus 22 for Cat. Plus 26 for Brunson. Plus 26 for Josh Hart. And look, oh my God. Thibs played everybody. But Dottie down there with that plus 6. Gorgeous. I just want to see more of that guy. I want to see more of him. I think he has tremendous untapped potential. All right, here are the Washington Wizards stats. Sarr, only 8 points for him. Didn't hit a three-pointer. Only 4 rebounds. Kuzma, 11 points, 8 rebounds. I guarantee Kuzma will be traded at some point before the trade deadline this season. Same with Brogdon. And I imagine even Jordan Poole. The Wizards might even try to find someone for Jordan Poole as well. Because this team is young. They're trying to get for the, reaching for Cooper Flag. Actually, there's a lot of high quality players in the top end of this draft. So it's going to be similar to the season when the year when Mobley came out and Banchero and those guys. It's going to be a lot of high end NBA players with a lot of all-star potential, and some might be just just tremendous talents that could really change the complexion of a team, and that's what the Wizards are aiming for. So you know what? Hey, that's their strategy. Go for it. It's something if you just keep doing it every year and never really make something out of it, that's different. But it seems like the Wizards are definitely committed to that. All right, as I mentioned, the Knicks shot 56% overall, 50% from the three-point line. They went to the charity stripe 13 times, hit 12 of them, shot 92.3%. They're doing very well overall this season from the free throw line as a team. I believe they are in the top half. Let me see here. They're number 5. The Knicks are number 5 in free throws. Free throw percentage right here, 81.3% as a team. Another great sign. Another great indicator for a team going deep, contending. Contending teams need to shoot the ball well at the free throw line because we know what happens in the playoffs. Playoffs, a lot of times you win it or lose it at the free throw line. So that is wonderful right there. The three-point shooting, the Knicks are still up in the top 3. They're number 3 in three-point shooting in the NBA. And in terms of field goal percentage, the Knicks are number 2, just behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I know the offense is just clicking, but meanwhile, they're just getting started. This 5-game road trip is going to be very interesting. These are the kind of road trips that could really change the direction of a team. 5 games, they are playing. Let me pull this up here because they play the Phoenix Suns. Sorry here. Okay, here we go. They're playing the Phoenix Suns. Then they play the Jazz. Where the Jazz are terrible, but you know, Jazz are at home. Any team at home is dangerous. Actually, we'll get back to this. Oh no, not that. Sorry. Here we go. Here we go. So, yeah, they play the Suns, then they play the Jazz, then they play the Nuggets, because the Nuggets are always tough for the Knicks at home with that high altitude. Then the Knicks go down to Dallas to play the Mavericks, and they finish the road trip Friday, November 29th. I believe that's Black Friday against the Hornets. Man, if the Knicks went 3-2 in this 5-game road trip, I would consider it a win. But the Knicks could go 4-1. They could easily go 4-1, and that's what I want. I want them to go 4-1. I think it's totally possible for them to do it. The key will be taking care of business in that first game against the Phoenix Suns. Who the Suns, you know, they're really turning into a tremendous team right now. So they're a little scary. They're a little scary. And they're at home. But it'd be interesting to see Mikal Bridges go back there. And with campaign, we have look, this is what I like. This is why I love the NBA. This is why I love the Knicks. The Knicks right now, they're giving me everything that I need in terms of showing me that this team has this team deserves the belief that I have in it. That was the bottom line for tonight. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe. Follow me on Blue Sky and Threads, and share this, please, and drop your comments. Love your comments. They help me tremendously. I read them all. I try to read them all. I usually do. Man, great. Lovely. I love this. The Knicks got their first 3-game winning streak of the season. Woo! All right, and I will see you on Wednesday around the Knicks-Verse.